Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Eye to Eye.
Hello, everyone.
Jess was just cracking me up right before we got started, and it just we couldn't even play it off. So, but anyways, look at us. Like this was unprepared, y'all.
For real.
Are you kidding me right here?
Twitter.
Okay, La Pelle des Antilles in the house. Hey.
Got the
Anyways, I hope you guys
blue
have
and red. Got the Haitian colors going on.
Hello, le bleu et rouge. We bleed it. We bleed it. We bleed it. So I hope you guys have been doing well and are ready for the lunar eclipse. Solar. Total eclipse.
Sidebar, talking about that solar eclipse. So I'm in New Jersey, guys, and Friday morning, mwen la, ma kite travay mwen, an vam ka soti de, touche doorknob, my feet just started vibrating. I'm like, oh, and I'm looking around, I'm like, what is going on? That's the window shaking. I said, my spirit, because this is the first time I've ever been through an experience like this. My spirit automatically was like earthquake. Where's he? What? But then at the same time, I'm trying to figure it out because so we're like, oh my God, let's run outside, guys. The last thing anybody should ever do in a situation like that. But where did I find myself?
Outside. I mean, now we're laughing about it, y'all, because everything's okay and everyone I checked on, they are doing, like some people even barely felt it. But my aunt was dramatic about hers. Because I don't know anybody, you hear about it, you see stories and everything, but to actually live one, that's insane.
It is so insane. That was crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy you're because I'm like, can you imagine? I can't handle another catastrophe right now. There's no way. I mean, you guys could all come down to me this way. Worst comes to worst, but
yeah. But it's so crazy because just with the way the world is right now, you just never know. Like, I mean, I heard Jersey had like little earthquakes along the way, like maybe 2 or 3 times in the past couple of years. But I guess for me, it didn't shake me the way that it did this time because we didn't feel anything. But to actually feel
magnitude, I heard.
Yeah, 4.8. And for me to feel it, one year, my anxiety had me in a headlock all day. Why
aftershocks? Because a lot of times the aftershocks cause more harm than the actual quake.
Yeah, truth be told, there was an aftershock, but it just didn't shake the way it did the first time around. So this aftershock in the morning, I was leaving work. By this time, I'm over here praying, talking about, Bon Dieu, if you coming, you might as well just come now. Mama fetty salad. Next thing you know, I'm like, no, this can't be. I said, no, Jess. Get a phone call. Oh my God, Jess, did you hear the aftershock? Shit, man. Yes, I heard it. I didn't shake the first time, but I heard it.
Girl, I listen. All I know is But anyways, guys, this was the sidebar. Everybody's okay. I just want to let you guys know. Thank you for joining us. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Today, we are going to talk about something way more lighthearted, okay, than thinking is the end of the world. So our topic today is we're going to talk about stuff Haitians be saying, and you wonder, where did they get that from? We're going to find out how much of what we're saying that you've heard or know, or probably know what they mean, because we be saying stuff we don't even know what they mean. So I don't know how that's going to roll out, but I think the first thing we should have probably did was a history lesson on the actual Creole language, right? Because there's people that speak Creole all over, but you have to be specific and be like Haitian Creole, because our Creole is different from the others. I don't know about you, Jess, but I've definitely met people who can understand me when I'm speaking Creole, but I can't understand them. You ever run into that? Well, you barely speak Creole.
I think I'm usually on the other end because my Creole is so bad. They understand where I'm going with it, but like got on pizza mes amis. I'm over here talking about
Oh, gosh. But yeah, you're not alone. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of you're definitely not alone. At least you're not looking like l'autre moun yo pa même quoi qui haïtien même. They'd be like, quand les gens blancs parlent créole. Oh, you know? So, but anyways, yeah, I've definitely heard from like Martinique or like people from Guadeloupe. They'll talk and I'm like, I think I know what they're saying, but it turns out I don't know what they were saying. It sounded similar. I went to Ghana recently too, last year, and I promise you, these people were talking Creole, okay? And they're looking at me like, no, we're not. I'm like, what? What's it mean like that? But it means something else. Like, I promise you, I heard like, and you know, you're doing that double take, like, oh, are people over here?
Yeah, you know what? I will say this. When I used to go more frequently to the African shops to do my hair, like while they're talking, I don't necessarily understand everything, but there's certain words I'm like, oh, I know what that means. Oh, I know what that means. So one day I asked her, I'm like, what are you speaking? I forget exactly what she said, but essentially it was like a French intertwined in whatever the language was, the dialect. So I'm just like, oh, okay, that's why I'm understanding some of the things. Because what I thought I understood, I would ask. And she said, oh, yeah, that's what it is. So I'm just like, oh, okay, not so bad.
That's not so bad. I mean, I don't even try to. I think it's cool when you speak Creole. I don't know about other people, but I love the language. The language is like, it's so raw sometimes, so rough. So I think that's why some people look down on it, like, oh, you're not classy, you know, parler Haitian Creole, because sometimes it sounds very vulgar. I think Creole is the only language you could make stuff up and it sounds like a curse. I promise you, they'd be like, get figgy, function bing no. Like, you know, you just you don't even know what that means, but it's like it's a curse, or get figgy zandolit. Like they'll just use anything, and yeah, it's like a diss. You're like, only your peoples, man. Only your peoples. So Jess, why don't you start us off? What words you got? I want to see if the ones you got I know.
Okay. So I had to go into the archives in my mind, like, oh, what are some of the things I remember I hear these Haitians talking about? There's one of them where they're like, ma passion sel pata swell. I'm like, oh. Pata what?
That's all
for me in my mind. I'm like, so what you trying to wipe me off of the universe? Pata swell. What is a pata swell?
Girl, that's a similar one that means my bon tabak. Have you heard that one? You heard? I'm gonna sell tabak. Or they be like, "M'a disparaît tout là." Disparaît tout là. So
I guess don't like me that much. You trying to make me disappear? Going back to the vulgarness of it, and even though I understand the language for the most part, it's just how it comes out. It's just like, oh my gosh, like. Crazy. And there's another one too, Daz.
Wait. We didn't say what pataswell means.
Oh, that part. What does it mean? Because all of these years I hear it, I'm like, pataswell. With the context clues, I'm assuming it's something that has to do with by the time your hands hit skin.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna vote a smack. Guys, tell us, is it a smack or is it something else? Because like, oh my gosh, Haitian language is rough. Have you ever seen those posts on like Instagram where they say that Haitian food, like making Haitian food, it sounds very abusive? Like they'd be like, ma tout fait pois, ma pile ma moule, you know, ma coupe vienne. Like it just sounds very.
See that is hilarious. That is so true.
Yeah. Maybe we should do one of those. We'll get a compilation for you guys. We'll get a compilation.
My coule sauce-pois, almost like I'm running your blood. Type of
right? Sauce-pois. My pige citron. I mean, like, and we were freed early, so I don't know how we got all of that stuff going on. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm having like throat problems. Forgive me. Okay. What you got?
So I got another one. Now this one, in my mind, I'm just like, what does my daddy got to do with anything?
Woo,
It would be
I
something
know that
along
one.
it'll be along the lines of, mettez tes papa out there. And I'm like, that papa, I'm like, what does daddy got to do with anything?
Oh gosh, poor Jess, they be killing her in her house. She don't even know. That pow. Yeah.
And then they make sure they slow down with that
Right?
pow.
It's the emphasis. The emphasis, like yo pasa très like, yeah, it's not us, it's him. It's you got it from that side. Yeah.
Where you
Well,
think they picked that up from, Daz? Because it doesn't stop there. Where do you think they get the pop out? Because that was one example, but Popeye seems to fall in a lot of things, like
a lot of things.
or if it's something, if you're bothering them, they'll be like, "Sis ponoye tet Papa." I'm like, but mom, but I'm annoying you. What does daddy gotta do with this?
That's very interesting. I actually have no clue. Wow. Unless, because Haitians be funny, unless somewhere down in history, there probably was a kid who was carrying a real head and they took it from since then. I would not put that past Haitians, man. I would not.
No, for real.
Well, I got one.
Okay.
Haitians always saying Mardi Gras.
Yes, that's another one.
Sometimes they even throw Mardi Gras mal masqué, and you're like, where are they getting Mardi Gras from? But I did just came from New Orleans, and I'm like, Mardi Gras.
Ah. Oh yes, Mardi Gras. So you got all those things. Oh,
yeah, right. You have all these
different
clowns, and
yeah.
I'm gonna say that's where they get it from. They be like Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras G. Why would they say what is Mardi Gras G actually?
An extra je ne sais quoi they put on the end.
You know what? Let's put that in there because we got plenty of those. Je ne sais quoi. I don't know. Mardi Gras G.
When you talking about Mardi Gras, there's another one that just hit me. When they talking to you, they're like macaque sale.
Oh!
Salty monkey, huh?
Yeah, I wanna know who tasted monkey to know that it was salty. Okay, because I'm like, why you call me a salted monkey? Like, what did that? I guess that must be something. Because remember when Obama was president, they were trying to make messages with that by saying monkeys, like blacks are monkeys.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I do love Planet of the Apes. I do love all the series.
Yes.
So, but monkeys, I mean, that's what's his name who claimed we were evolution of monkeys. What's his name? Oh my gosh, this is a shame. I did sociology and I can't think of his name. Is it Dunheim? I can't believe
time on that one because I'm like
Durkheim. Yeah, I don't know, but somebody claimed humans started off from something in the water that got to land, that started off as a monkey, then eventually they straightened up and started walking like humans. My thing is,
all jokes aside though, I could see that only because when I was in Costa Rica for my trip last year, I had the opportunity to go to a monkey farm and they're just jumping all over the place, and I had one literally on my arm. Et puis lem gade visage macaque sa, like it looks so human, but just you know, in monkey form. And I was just so taken back, like, oh my goodness. Like the way they move, the way she was holding her baby on her back. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. So I don't know.
But the thing is, the thing that makes this bad is because if supposedly we did stem from monkeys, why are there still monkeys not evolving? Are they like dumb monkeys? Maybe that's why they call them macaxales. I don't know. Like the ones that wouldn't evolve are still. Listen, we're gonna help the Haitian people out and make stuff up, okay? The monkey, the macaxale is probably from the rest of the monkeys that refuse to evolutionize themselves along and become humans. So you're still etatad, so you're really makak stay behind. The monkeys that stay behind. No, that's not a good one. Okay.
No, I see it. I hear what you're saying, but let me see makak silent boy. You're bien smart.
We?
I don't know.
We
Yeah.
Curious George.
Oh,
Curious George.
They were trying to figure it out. I don't know. Just my opinion. Don't shoot me.
Don't shoot the messenger. So what else you got?
Oh, this is another one. Oh, when you get Haitians really pissed off or something is not going their way, or more so than anything, they want you to do something in some regard, but ou pa vle tande. Premier bagala mwen tande, oh, ou pa vle tande mwen, ou pa vle tande m Jessica, wap kon George.
Oh,
George.
Jessica, ou mette tête en bas. Oh.
My jam.
Ooh. That's your jam, right? Y'a pas George avec lui too. What? Yo, seriously, can we find out who's George? Because I'm sure millennials are asking, who the heck is this George guy?
Dad, I'm still trying to figure out who the hell is George? Where the hell did he come from? Why is his name even George to begin with? And the only reason why I asked that is because along the way, il commence avec George. Then next thing you know, entendez Georgette.
It's it.
So we making things up now.
Georgina.
Georgette, Georgina. I'm like, oh, where are these people coming from?
George, that's toute famille. Now, I want to say, I don't know if Wapkon George is like a saying that's from deep down in history. It's probably more recent. So could it be as recent as George Bush? Is that the George we're supposed to know? Or could it be as far back as George Washington? Right? When they come and something happens, maybe they were cutting people's heads off or whatever. It's like, Wapkon George, but I should say you up where? Right? Like it just meant, yeah, you're gonna learn today. All right.
Ooh, yes. Oh, I love that perspective because I swear to God, if I asked my mom, she'd be looking at me like, Kisa, you asking me, Kisa? I'm trying to figure out
Kisa. And then it got everywhere. Wapkon George. Yeah. So you're gonna learn the truth sooner or later. I think that's where they're going with that.
Right. Oh.
And we might have some quotes that's like you hear it, you understand it, but you can't translate it. Right?
Like, imagine trying to translate that in English. You're gonna know George. They're gonna be like, what? What do you mean? Like, first off, who's George? I was trying to figure that part out too, but it's no. What they're trying to say is you're gonna learn today.
You're gonna learn today. And I bet you they'll come back like, yep. George.
And there's another thing they put on that. Avogade mortu wapon George. Sometimes they started off with that.
Oh, I've never heard it that way.
Yes. Gade mortu wapon George. And it's just like, dang, okay. So now you're
the other way around. Like they'd be like, what got no mortu what well fed sweet there. You never heard that one?
No.
Maybe Haitians came up with Twitter and we didn't even know that. Leave that sweet there. George. Yeah. Okay. That was a good one. So let me see. What else? What about actual quotes? Do you know actual quotes instead of just like
you know what? I think I had. So I had to go to Mama for this one.
Oh,
I can't remember
Mama came through. Mama came through.
I think these are some I had sent you before. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Okay, while you're looking for that, I was thinking you were gonna actually have Sumun on your list.
Oh, Sumun.
Like translate that in English.
Sumun, I feel like would be
on people. Yo, Haitians are the
worst. On people.
Sumun on people. That means.
Yo, I can't. There's another comment to my mind. Sumun, and then you got another one. They're like coquin, Coquin is
an easy one. That's just saying you're a cheater. You're cheating.
Oh, so that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, you're cheating. I don't know how else you could say you're cheating. Objet coquin. Um,
Okay.
there's the
There's another
I've heard
one.
this one, avadra. That sounds
What is
like
it?
it's so under your ish. Avadra, like when you're like a slob, a messy person, they'd be like fidi avadra. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't think the people in the city, like Port-au-Prince, uses that as much as the under your people, like up north and whatnot.
I
So,
see.
but you're like avadra. Like that doesn't even make any sense, but okay, whatever.
And that's literally another way of saying salop or salopui.
Basically. But I'm thinking like when they say somebody's ava, that means you're greedy, kind of. And I'm thinking the guy is a cover. Like, are you? You know what? Never mind. No, we're not gonna do this. Oh, guys,
Yeah.
we're just chilling and having fun because there's been so many issues going on in the world lately
Yeah.
that you just gotta take a woosah moment and just be like, you know what? What about the other things that's actually, interesting
Yeah.
and fun? And I don't know, it's not sad news, bad news, because I promise you, this week alone, all I was hearing was about deaths left and right.
Yeah.
Remember, we had that bridge that fell too, and
Oh my goodness.
Maryland, it
That
was
was
devastating.
insane. So insane.
Yeah, because
Oh my
imagine
goodness.
you just go to work and the next thing you know, you're like underwater.
Yes,
Unexpected.
yes. And I think what really hit me with that story, so around the summer, my family and I drove down to Florida. So
Oh,
on the way back coming from Florida, we did pass through what is it, Maryland,
yeah.
and we actually got on that bridge. And I remember before I entered or actually got on that bridge, like I felt some anxiety because first of all, that bridge is hella long,
Mm.
hella high. And when you started from one end, see tellement where that bridge is connecting is so far, you gotta hit one of these to be like, oh,
Yeah.
so that's where we're
That's
going.
wait, was it where you were coming from, like Georgia? Because I know there's that bridge from Georgia to get into Florida. I'll be like, oh my God.
Man, all I could tell you is my route was the Turnpike 95.
Oh,
Took the Turnpike there and I took it back, but I don't know if it was traffic issues. My
mm,
GPS kind of rerouted me and then we ended up there.
ah.
But I just remember seeing that and I'm just looking at the news. I'm like, wait, hold on a minute. Isn't that the bridge we were driving on? And I'm like, Tale. Oh no, 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 no. I called my mom. My mom's like, where's me? Jessica? Why?
Oui,
Eu sempre amo
Jessica.
com isso, né? No Soci Florida. Ai.
Ou mettez exemple dans tête en bas, Jessica. It's yeah, and exactly why we're sometimes, need to take a little time out and smell the roses because things are happening around us left and right. And so our days are limited. Now, I used to hear people say that. Now it's like, oh yeah, truly limited. I think this century alone, like I felt like I lived through so much, starting from like 9/11. It felt like it just never ended. You went through the whole COVID scenario. You just like, you know what I mean? Like you just come from one just to jump right into another. It's like you get a little breathing space, like, and then right back at it. So it's like,
Yes.
whew, this panic button, like, okay, where do I press? Like, so
Yes, yes,
this is
yes.
why we're just having a light.
Having a good time, guys. Like Dad said, it's always a beautiful thing to like you said, sit down, smell the roses, take a deep breather, laugh, just let life, the positive parts flow through you,
Amen.
especially with everything happening. So I totally get it, guys. I do. I do, and
Amen.
we all need it.
Life
So
be lifing, right? Life be
yes,
lifing.
yes.
So I'm surprised we didn't put
Oh, we're going to look, not to cut you off.
Oh, you got what? Oh, okay, okay. I'm a whole
My
mind. Go
turn.
ahead,
No,
go ahead.
no,
What
no,
you got?
I
What
don't
you
know.
got?
My
What you got?
turn. Go first, go first.
Okay. Girl, I was gonna say baka.
Baka. Oh,
Yeah.
baka.
Laughing baka. Baka sabrali. Figi baka. Like,
Baka sa.
yeah, you're like, okay. So supposedly baka means like, I guess a demon or
Yes, the
a
devil of some
spirit.
sort. Yes, yes.
How often are you guys seeing this devil here? Because every time you turn around, baka chita, figi baka sa. Like, like people. That's our language, y'all. Baka. I think Baka might be in other
Baka.
languages too, but
And this
so
is
what's
another one of
yours?
my faves, guys. Le gars moun ap pale yo di, "Wait, fè bouche mwen long." Huh?
Wait. I fed Joel when you're alone.
Fè bouche mwen long. I'll be like, for me, in my head, how I receive it, don't make your mouth long. So do you mean to tell me if you keep talking, your mouth is just gonna fall and just go do 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 and just hit the floor?
Listen, that's probably where they got the Pinocchio idea from. You keep lying, your nose gets long. You keep talking, your mouth gets long. Listen.
Let me find out the Haitians is watching Pinocchio.
Say again.
Let me find out the Haitians are watching Pinocchio.
Oh, I see you Pinocchio. Oh, you can see tonton. Oh, they'll be like, oh, it's ça. Yeah, they know Pinocchio, of course. But I don't know what Parfait Joel Mwelong, where they would get that, like the history.
Right.
I mean, did somebody's jail get long and that's why they kept saying, don't make that happen to me too, kind of a thing? Like,
you guys. Oh my goodness.
Parfait Joel Mwelong.
Oh my goodness.
That was a good one. See, your mom,
Yes.
your mom be telling you stuff. They be speaking Creole to you at that house, boy. That's crazy.
Oh
I think this one is very current in the new age. Guyad.
Oh
What's
yeah.
a guyad? I mean, I know what's a guyad, but it's like, is it tasty? I don't like what's a goo, you know, like
Well, when you said Guyad, the first thing that I thought of was Saze Sinclair. I was talking about lage Guyad. So that's what I was thinking of.
Right. Welcome to Guyadville.
Yeah.
Oh. Everybody's using that now. So this is
like,
Guyad was always around, but now they've just sensualized it more. But I don't get where the root word comes from because all I got is goo, tasty, yad. Or maybe that's what it is, tasty yad. Guyad.
Guyad. God, almost like clothes, tasty clothes.
No, not the God. It's
Guyad.
Like the Y. Y-A.
Okay, God. See, there goes the confirmation. My Creole sucks. I'm talking about yad and God.
Guys, insane. And then they have another one, Fuecan. Did we say Fuecan?
No, no pas dit ça.
Fuecan. Fuecan.
You gotta teach that Fuecan more. They put that more deli.
Yeah,
And a combination, petit la Fuecan li sumun baka.
Parfait Joel Mwelong. Oh gosh. Okay. Well.
Oh my God.
So, all right. So we did all this talking. We're about to run out of time, y'all. We were gonna try to do some quotes real quick. I actually wrote my quotes down. Let me tell y'all the first one I got.
Okay.
About TC now. I just found out about TC now myself. So okay. There's a saying that says Tete pajam toilou pou metli. Which if you're doing the translation is basically saying like your boobs are never too heavy for you who is its owner. So,
I'm sorry.
Hey, that's what
translation in English always gets me.
Is the English? Oh, you want to hear a funny English? Translate nose door.
Nose door?
In Creole.
Nose door. Wait, that's not how you said it in English.
I said it in English for you to say it in Creole.
Say it in Creole?
Yeah.
Neport. It's Neport. Neport, okay.
Neport, right, nose door.
Neport. Oh my God, that's funny.
That's why you can't translate certain words. You cannot translate certain words. But anyways, going back to that, it just basically was saying, you know, always assume your responsibilities because you can handle it.
Right.
Another one I got is Batchian Metli. Have you heard that one?
No, I haven't heard that one.
beat the dog, wait for its owner. That's probably, you could say like, wap kon judge. Like you mess with this person, wait for karma.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
I
like,
got one here.
yeah.
Yo di, bouche ka bouit santi, mais parole qui sorti, so let me try this again. Bouche ka bouit santi, mais parole qui sorti, nan keli pa santi.
First of all, who is sitting here smelling a goat's mouth? That's what I would like to know. Like, come here, bad. Ooh. Like,
Fini ba?
yeah, but the words in your heart, my goat, is golden.
Yes. And what I got from that when I heard it, with the way they referred it to a goat, and we know goats, they stink, you know? It's almost like somebody's putting you, they're giving you some advice, but you don't like what you're hearing. But despite the fact you don't like what you're hearing, it still doesn't make what is being told to you golden at the end of the day.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's like wisdom, you know?
Yes.
From the older grandma.
Yes.
Listen to grandma. That's a good one. All right, I got one more. Oh, where did it go? Okay. Kai coule, trompe soleil, mais li pas trompe la pluie.
Say that one more time. That's different. Okay, I never heard that one.
Okay. Kai coule, trompe soleil, mais li pas trompe la pluie. So it's basically saying that a leaky roof can deceive the sun, but you can't trick the rain. Right? So yeah. So basically, whatever you do shall come out, shall be seen.
Almost like whatever happens in the dark shall come to light type of deal.
Basically, yeah. Because you could fool everybody like, my roof is great. What are you talking about? You seem like my roof is great. And then once it start like raining, like, right? Because you could trick the sun, but you can't trick the rain. So
okay, and English saying that I hear that goes hand in hand with that. They'll say, if you got a glass house, don't throw stones or something like that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that would go hand in hand.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, hey.
Girl, we might have to do like a part 2 of this.
That's what I'm thinking. Yes, I'm totally down. Let's do it, Dad.
Oh, you know what, guys? Like, can you drop some in? Like, drop some in the comments for us, and then we'll probably get a compilation, and then talk about the ones that you guys dropped in the comments.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Yes, guys, please let us know what's on your mind, what you've heard, because I know between what me and Dad's have, I know there is a plethora of more sayings out there. So drop it in the comments, and then when we do part 2, you guys are gonna have a hell of a time trying to hear me read these off.
By then, Jess will probably be loaded with them because her mama got plenty more to tell her. Definitely plenty more. But yeah, so drop it in the comments. I don't know when we can do it. We'll wait to see how many we get.
Yeah.
Before we're okay. Do you have at least one last one for them?
How
many you do?
Bumware. Okay, so this is pretty simple, straight to the point. Upa jam kone deme. Okay.
That's very Americanized too. That's global actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
That's global, that's biblical. If you want to get the religion, that's like, you never know what tomorrow brings, or tomorrow is not promised.
Right. That's the one. Tomorrow isn't promised. Yep.
This is why Haitians usually say si Dieu veut when they're talking. If God wills it, because tomorrow is not promised. So if you're saying, oh, I'll see you tomorrow, Haitians tend to be like, I'll see you tomorrow, si bon Dieu veut. Ma fè ça demain, si bon Dieu veut. Right. Black Americans use it too, because you'd be like, God willing.
Yes. And I typically say that too. If I'm leaving somebody and I'm just like, I'll see you next week, but I'll always end it off, God willing, I'll see you next week. Yeah.
Trust me, when I say God willing, it's probably because I might just sometimes sometimes we act a little bit more bold, like, listen, I'm already here in this universe. I can't
Right.
claim certain things. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
Right.
But if I say I'm gonna see you tomorrow, God, I'm just not sure if I really want to see you, or if it's, that's really when I feel like I use the term. But if I'm speaking with other religious people or whatever, I'll throw what I think they speak, like their language, back at them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if they always say, "Oh, God bless you. How you feeling? Blessed."
Mm.
That's how they, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
just keep it balanced. If I'm speaking to the next
Absolutely.
person, how you feel? Girl, we here.
Amen. I'm
Right?
living. I woke up with breath in my chest. We are in a bed.
Or I'd be extra sometimes, like, blessed and highly favored. Right? Clearly, though, I am highly favored. I'm still breathing.
Yes,
So
yes.
anyways, I already chose my side. I'm gonna stick with the God side. So therefore, yes, I am highly favored. So
Amen, amen.
that was a nice one to end on.
Yes. Oh, actually, yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Ou pa
tomorrow
konen
is not promised.
tout bagay, di tout bagay, tout moun ou pa konen demen. Et puis, like that said, this is a great one to end it off, because as we log off this session, nou pa konen demen. Si bon Dieu vle, nap tout wè each other again in the next recording.
Bam, that's it. And then we were saying, like, all these other dramas that were happening. This is why we're taking that breather, because again, tomorrow is not promised. So the stuff that happened to others doesn't mean that it couldn't have been easily you in their place. So sometimes you have to sit and be like, well, who am I? You know what I mean? Because that could, like, different. So you were spared. So maybe you are still on assignment. Maybe you still have things to do. Maybe you still have things to reconsider for your life. So therefore, you have that extra day. So use it wisely. Sometimes I use mine to just sleep, y'all. I promise you that's priority sometimes. But at other times, it's like, oh my gosh, I don't have much time. Let me hurry up and get this in. And then you're like a chicken without your head. But every now and again, balance it out and woosah.
Amen. Amen.